Hello and welcome back to Geran Riva vs Baldur's Gate 3. And a long-awaited patch 8 has now released. This has come with a whole slew of things that I have not explored, one of which is photo mode. I do not know how to use that. It is F9, which frankly is a risky thing to use while recording, because who knows what pressing F9 will do. In this case, it does. Oh. Nothing, it opens photo mode. Cool. Alright, show me Eve. Oh, I see. Right, that's what it means by... Oh, wow. Okay, so we have a spy camera now. I know that's not what it's intended to be used for. No idea where Eve is. That's not Eve. But yeah, that's usually what these sorts of free roam... Like, it's not the easiest to control. It's middle click to turn, which is, I mean, the normal camera controls in this, I suppose, but it's not the easiest. Okay. Well, I'm unlikely to play with this a great deal, but I might... Oh, okay. That's the inside of Shadowheart's head. Hi. I might see about using this for, like, screenshots, but unlikely, frankly. Okay, cool. That's one thing. It also added, I believe, 12 new subclasses, one for each class in the game. This does include the death domain that Shadowheart
I wonder what the next move is.
actually is. I am not sure how this actually interacts with the mod that I have, because I have her subclass modded in. I did test talking to Withers, and let's do that now.
Fate.
And when I came here, there's the cleric class, obviously. Also, she's still marked as Shah there, which is odd. But here, there is just one death domain, and I'm fairly sure that was not the icon it had before. I think it was just a skull, but I could be wrong. So, yeah, I don't really know how this is going to work. So I'm going to keep a separate save, because I'm going to be switching from one modded thing to another modded thing, because the Twilight Cleric is not actually in the core game. That is added by the same mod which added this, which is why I didn't just remove that mod. But yeah, I decided I'm going to switch her to a Twilight Cleric, who, by the way, I do want to make it clear, I do agree, Twilight Clerics are a little bit broken. They're called Divinity, Channel Divinity. Their Channel Divinity is... Oh. No, that's right, that's normal, yeah. Their Channel Divinity is crazy strong. They are not as broken beyond compare as the Peace Domain Cleric, which gets a ridiculous ability, but the Twilight is a close follow. So I will do my best not to abuse it, basically. It's also worth noting stuff like Toll the Dead is now actually in the game as well. I've updated the mods I could, which I believe was 5e spells, which is presumably removed stuff like Toll the Dead. And I think the native camera mod and the Imp UI mod, I think, are the three I've changed. The rest haven't updated, so presumably don't need updating. The game seems to run, so we will give it a go. Bursting Sinew. I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of that. I assume that is added by the updated mod or the update to the game. I really don't know. But I will keep these three because I like them. Like, the thing is, Shadowheart isn't changing who she... I mean, she's sort of changing who she is. She's not changing much of sort of what she does. She's sticking with the same things she pretty much had before, including the feat. I'm going to keep the feat I had, which I think was shadow touched. But yeah, now she's different. Oh, look, the picture. The picture's different. Wrong in colour hair, but different picture. Level 2. So now she gets spell slots, Channel Divinity, Turn Undead, and Twilight Sanctuary. So this is the broken thing. A sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere is centered on you, has a 30-foot radius, and is filled with dim light. The sphere moves with you and lasts for 1 minute. Whenever a creature ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant it 1d6 plus 1 temporary hit points. 1d6 plus 1 temporary hit points per turn for everyone nearby. And that, I believe the radius or something increases, or the amount it heals increases with level, so it can be insane. Although, I can't actually remember if that's the case. It might just be that getting basically free health per turn, the equivalent of a healing spell each turn, is just crazy. So, yeah, we will see. Level 3. Moonbeam and Sea Invisibility are her Twilight spells. Level 4. Cantrip and Feat. I'm going to go with Sacred Flame because that was useful. And Shadow Touch Wisdom. Of these, Inflict Wounds and Disguise Self are interesting, but she gets Inflict Wounds anyway for being a cleric, so I will go with Disguise Self. Also fits in with her, like, wanting to change her appearance, and that she's like, call it lingering stuff from when she used to be a trickery domain. You know, she's gone through quite a few changes here, but in a way she's a bit like Ketheric Thorm in that way. Don't tell her I said that. Level 5. New feature, Destroy Undead. And Warden of Vitality, you already know the spell, this is a better version, and Catnap. I don't think they are particularly great. Level 6. A new subclass feature, which looks like a blurry star with no description, so I assume that's from the mod. Steps of Night. You can draw on the mystical power of night to rise into the air. As a bonus action, when you're in dim light or darkness, including the Eyes of Twilight, the Sphere of Twilight, whatever it's called, that counts as dim light. You can magically give yourself a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 minute. So yeah, that's a pretty decent thing. You know, flight at such an early level is pretty good. Level 7. Greater Invisibility and Aura of Life. There is actually quite a bit of crossover between this and Trickery with the invisibility stuff. Level 8. 2 actions and another feat. Radiant Strike. Radiant Strike. Makes sense. And the feat. And I believe I'm just going to go for the Wisdom. Get her up to 20. Level 9! 2 new spells. Circle of Power. Divine energy radiates from you within 30 feet. Until the spell ends, the sphere moves with you. Each friendly creature has advantage on saving throws against spells. When an affected creature succeeds on a saving throw, it takes no damage. Oh, okay. And Mislead. You become invisible and create a duplicity, like an illusory duplicate. This is very much like the Trickery one. Level 10. Cantrip. Divine Intervention. Oh yes, I can only use it once. I wonder, if you use Divine Intervention and then change the god you worship, can you then do it again? Or is it just, no, Shah told me you asked them for help, so I'm not going to help you. I'm going to go with Resistance. I can't remember what I had with her before. Alright, you feeling good, Shadowheart? Still seems weird to call you that, and the picture, the picture's strange. I did check, and of course her fringe did change. So it's kind of weird that there's one for her new hairstyle, but not her new hair colour. Anyway, so she has Eyes of Night. You have dark vision up to a range of 300 feet. And in this radius you can see in dim lights if it were bright light and darkness if it were dim. Oh yeah, she is marked as Selûne here. Good. Twilight Sanctuary, that's what it was called. Right. So that has increased. It is now 1d6 plus 10. So I assume that is your level, and it just misdisplayed as 1 or something. I don't know. Anyway, 1d6 plus 10 temporary hit points per turn for 1 minute, up to, I believe, twice a day on a short rest. Twice per short rest, I can give myself 11 to 16. Shadowheart can give herself and all of her allies 11 to 16 temporary hit points per turn. However, of course, remember that this game bugs out when it comes to temporary hit points. Hopefully that has been fixed. For example, sorry, I'm gesturing with my hand. I should be using the mouse. Of course, Eve bugs out because she has an ability which gives her temporary hit points, and it doesn't work because her robe gives her temporary hit points. And Karlach also can't refresh her temporary hit points. So we will see whether this works or not. I have a feeling it's also going to be bugged. Oh yeah, she also got proficiency with heavy armor as a Twilight Cleric. I forgot about that. Which means she can actually use this adamantine splint armor. But I don't know if the Radiant Shockwave is still better. Like, what will this do? I mean, considering there's a difference of 3 because of her, presumably her dex. Yeah, because of her dex, it's only a difference of AC of 1. And although all incoming damage reduced is good, all critical hits is not relevant because she has the shield, but the Radiant Shockwave, inflict radiant, yeah, whenever she deals radiant damage, anything around her gets radiated. So that's just still really good. Having her run in and use Radiant Word of Radiance with this armor is just too good to pass up, I think. I wasn't sure about doing this, but I think she wouldn't feel right continuing to wear purple, which she sort of associates, in my mind at least, with Shah. So she's trying out a pale blue look. I did think about just like pure white. I also thought about pink, like a lighter version of purple is what I was thinking, but it didn't look right. So I've gone with pale blue. Also, another last thing about the Twilight Cleric. I can't remember if I mentioned this already. That's what Eve was originally planned to be. When I wrote the character back way before this game came out, or at least before I played it, she was going to be a Twilight Cleric. The idea being it was like a light cleric, which Ayla was, but, you know, darker. You know, it's crossing the boundary between light and dark. And I probably would have played her as that if A, it was in the game, which it wasn't, and B, I wasn't playing a cleric on Baldur's Gate 1. So it didn't seem right to play a cleric on 2 different Baldur's Gate games where I'm not the same character. You know, it just seemed like a bit of a waste of at the time. So, yeah, that's why we have Warlock Eve, which I think has worked out rather well. I think it's played into her character rather well. It allows me to play with the fire spells that are like common to her family, the Amacian line. And now we get the pale blue Shadowheart. So we'll see. I kind of like it. Like, it definitely goes well with her hair. It's going to take some getting used to for her. You know, that people aren't going to see her and immediately think, wow, she is the edgiest woman I've ever seen. You know, and that's going to take some severe adjusting for her. Oh, that's cool. Lae'zel sharpens a sword. Not sure I've seen her do that before. Oh, yeah. Travel to Worm's Crossing. I have that amulet, don't I? Where did I put it? Not in there. In there. Sentient amulet. Oh, I do get the Fiendish Resilience. So let's go with what's relatively common. Ooh. Yeah. Go slashing. Nice. Alright, I think I have to put it on, and then I can... It's said in class, but I don't think it is a class thing. Here it is. Speak to the sentient amulet.
Thou shalt return to me. Thou shalt have my blessing.
I will take you to your granddaughter at Worm's Crossing. Keep it equipped, stow it, discard it, or focus on the entity. What are his intentions? I will take you to your granddaughter at Worm's Crossing.
I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.
Stow it.
You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
Okay. Well, we're nearly there now. So I guess I leave camp and see where we end up. Leave Act 2. Baldur's Gate is just over the horizon. So this is the whole game world, by the way. Like, we started down here. There's the Shadow Curse lands, there's the temple, and this is where we are now, the Worm's Crossing.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
I kind of miss the beautiful red-headed wood elf woman that I designed, but this is cool too. Oh. Okay. Apparently, there is a camp event. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh. Oh, this is the new campsite.
We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Sorry, are you talking to me? Sharan lookouts will be present in the vicinity. She must find one such lookout in order to learn where the Sharan cloister is hidden. Such a lookout hiding among the desperate new arrivals. Right. I see. Kind of feel maybe we should not be bringing her with me. God, do I have to rest again? That's like 3 rests back to back. Are you guys still here?
Something's on my mind.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Oh, good. Have dialogues changed? What will you do now that your father's gone? I'd like to know what happened between you and your father, Ketheric. What will you do now that your father's gone?
Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies, for life.
Her voice sounds weird. Yeah. I do really like Isabel. I still don't like Aelin, but okay. Sorry, did you hear me say that?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword?
Oh, fuck you.
Be most welcome.
Why are you like this? You should join my camp permanently. How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Oh, you will? Cool. Bye-bye. Not asking you to stay with me.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started.
You mentioned Shah followers might be watching us. You think we could use them to track down your parents. You mentioned Shah followers might be watching for us. You think we could use them to track down your parents?
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go.
Oh, they'll tell you where to go, alright. I mean, what? So you don't even know where to go? What should we be looking for, expecting a warm reception? What should we be looking for?
Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Okay, so it is okay to take her with us because sort of she wants them to see her and point her in the right direction, because essentially as far as everyone's concerned, we all want Shadowheart to get to Mother Superior. They want it so that Mother Superior can kill her. We want it so Shadowheart can kill Mother Superior.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no water deep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
Wow.
Worm's Crossing. The gaping maw of the city. Nature has little control over what happens beyond that bridge.
His voice sounds weird as well. I assume it's because of the development process and how it was done in presumably staggered things, so just, yeah, I'll try not to bring it up every time. Have you heard from Thaniel? How am I holding up? Blah, blah, blah. Have you heard from Thaniel since we moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
I'll try and make sure you survive. Oh yeah, someone pointed out that given that I've got this again, no one would think to come back and rest immediately after starting the act. Like, considering you have to rest to start the act, and then you leave, go to Worm's Crossing, and immediately triggers another one. Like, the amount of these people have got to miss if they don't have this mod on that tells them, because this is a mod that does this, lets me know. Just because I was afraid of missing them, and somebody suggested it. So, yeah, if you don't have this mod on, you could be missing out on a lot of little night content.
Worm's Crossing. The welcome mat of Baldur's Gate. This is it. I'm almost home.
Are you worried about Cazador finding out you're back?
I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike.
Sorry, that caught me off guard. I think I was yawning or something, and then... Glee! It sounds risky, and how will you strike? He won't be alone. You really think you can beat him? And how will you strike, exactly? He won't be alone.
Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
How are you faring without your harpers?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
I really like how they've written her. Like, she does feel like someone who has been through the events of the first two games, while also being able to just look back on them as completely separate. I just like it. I'd like to hear more about the old days. Your experience will be an asset. Try to keep up, old one. I'd like to hear more about those old days.
Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
Stop doing that. Stop giving me a chance to mention, oh, I'd really like to hear about these things. Oh, well, I bet you would. Nope.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worm's Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible.
Did I know she'd been there for 10 years? I'm not sure I knew that. Wow.
Incredible to be back. My home. My city.
We're nearing the city. Are you excited to return? Reluctant? A bit of both?
Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of lore, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back?
Yeah, it's not. I don't know why it. I don't know why it thinks she's a Baldurian. Like, I didn't select anything in the character creation. It's just the acolyte background. It's like, oh, if you're an acolyte, you must be from Baldur's Gate. I'm going to have to stay neutral just because it doesn't really fit my vision of Eve. I don't really feel much of anything.
Give it time. It's a city of many colours. Let them wash over you. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbour. The Church of Gon displays
He likes to talk,
its most
doesn't he?
priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on Returning Day. The heady wines at the Elf Song.
Yeah, we get it.
There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate.
Aha. Yes, thank you. Leave.
Baldur's Gate at last. We should find Sharess's caress. Voss will be waiting.
Sorry, I just find it funny the way she says that. Like, I'd say it as Sharess's caress. For her, it's always Sharess's caress. Like, as half a breath saying both words. Just makes me chuckle.